Hello everyone! Today we will look at mastering the essential functions of our Toast POS system. By the end of this session, we'll be equipped with the skills needed to successfully use Toast Retail with the Toast POS. Let's take a look at our objectives for today. Objective 1. Start a shift within the POS. Clocking in is the first step to a productive shift. We'll use our unique POS IDs to clock in, ensuring proper tracking of our work hours so employees get paid properly. Objective 2. Adding an item to a check using a scanner. We'll explore how to ring up items using a scanner with our POS system. Mastering this skill will allow us to accurately sell items, keep track of inventory, and provide prompt service to our customers. Objective 3. Adding an open item from the POS. Anytime we need to sell an item that is not in our item library, we can add it in as an open item straight from the POS. We'll discover how to add open items manually to a transaction, ensuring an accurate price without the need to update our item library. Objective 4. Finding a transaction for refund. Mistakes happen and sometimes refunds are necessary. We'll learn how to efficiently locate a transaction for refund purposes within our POS system. Objective 5. Reprinting a receipt. Lastly, we'll cover the process of reprinting receipts for our customers. Knowing how to reprint receipts quickly and accurately is key to providing excellent customer service. With these objectives in mind, let's get started with this session and elevate our POS skills. Starting with the POS access code. Every employee will be assigned a unique POS access code to clock in and access the POS. Employees that are responsible for counting inventory need to be invited to create an account in Toast Web. From this invitation, they will create this passcode to access the POS. If not part of the inventory count process, the POS passcode will be provided by a manager. To clock in, we will put in our code and select Time Clock. Make sure to select the current job and clock in. Select Done. We will put our passcode in one more time and select Go. We are now ready to begin our shift. In this section, we'll cover the best practices for scanning items using Toast-approved scanners. In cases where a scanner isn't available, we'll explore alternative methods. To start, ensure that the Enable SKUs option is turned on in the device setup on the POS. If Enable SKUs is not turned on, you may receive a scanning error. Next, let's scan an item to ensure that the barcode scanner is properly connected to the system. Scanners can either be connected through a direct connection to the printer or via a Bluetooth scanner that wirelessly connects to our terminal. Now, scan an item. If the item is successfully added to the transaction, our scanner is working as expected. If there are any issues, refer to the troubleshooting documentation on scanners for assistance. When scanning is not available, we can manually search for items on our POS and add them to the transaction. In conclusion, using a scanner is the recommended practice. However, in cases where scanning is not feasible, alternative methods are available. For further information, refer to our documentation in Toast Central about using scanners with Toast Retail. Next, we will add an open item when an item is not found when searched on the POS and we need to add it to a transaction. Adding an open item does not add it to our item library. It is a one-time entry for that particular transaction. We recommend using this option as a workaround for when an item is not found. If this item should be scanning, work with management to investigate so that they may add this item to the item library or reset the item's SKU. To add an open item on the POS, we must have permissions 3.25 in Toast Web to use this feature. Your manager or Toast admin can help grant the right permissions. Once we have the correct permissions, locate the Open Item button on the POS interface. A prompt will appear asking to categorize the open item. We will then type in the name of the item and its price. Select Add Item to include in the transaction. To recap, open item entry is useful as a workaround when an item will not scan or is not findable on the POS, and we need to add it to a transaction. For further information, refer to our documentation in Toast Central about adding open items. The void and refund processes allow us to reimburse customers when necessary. Same-day reversals of credit cards, cash, or Toast gift card payments are considered voids. To find a check day of, select All Checks. Select Closed. To void a payment on a particular order, select the order, select Pay, and Void. Once the payment is voided, we can then void the order. Select the three dots to void the order. Checks from previous days are considered refunds. Employees with the permissions 3.23, bind checks, 3.8 void payments, and 3.7 void items are able to locate a check and complete a refund during their shift. To issue a refund or return, navigate to the main menu page and select Find Checks. Toast requires a check ID, customer information, or the last 4 digits of the credit card to issue a refund. In this example, I'll use a phone number and last name. After locating the check, select Refund. We can select by item, entire check, tax or tip only, or by custom amount. For example, entire check. We can confirm that we are refunding these items. We will confirm the amount of the refund. We can add a comment to clarify what the refund is for. From here, review the refund amount. Refunds cannot be reversed or changed without contacting customer care. Please make sure to confirm the refund amount is correct and use the back button to make any necessary changes. Select Confirm. Finally, select the desired receipt option. An additional screen will appear if an email or text is selected to enter the customer's information. All right, fantastic. Our refund has now been processed, and we can select OK to exit. Issuing a refund impacts your deposit and sales summary report for the day the refund is issued. Please compare the sales summary reports and refunds to ensure your bookkeeping is accurate. For further information, refer to our documentation in Toast Central about refunds, partial refunds, and voids. In this section, we will cover how to look up a customer's closed check and reprint their receipt. To locate receipts outside of a shift, we must have permission 3.23 enabled in Toast Web. On the main menu POS page, select Find Check. We will input the check ID, customer information, or the last 4 digits of the credit card. Select Search. Select the Actions button, and from here we are able to text, email, print, or show the receipt to our customer. To locate receipts from a current shift, select the arrow to go back to the POS main page, select the payment terminal, then select the closed column. Locate the transaction and select Pay. From the selected check, we can select Receipt to choose how to deliver the receipt to the customer. Receipt delivery options include email, printing, or other preferred methods. For further information, refer to our documentation in Toast Central about receipts. As we conclude our training session on mastering essential functions of our Toast POS system, let's recap what we've learned. Objective 1. Using our POS ID allows us to use Toast Retail to complete transactions and take customer payments. Objective 2. Scanning items allows us to accurately input orders, maintain inventory records, and provide efficient service to our customers. Objective 3. Adding an open item allows us to add an item to a transaction without updating our item library. Objective 4. We used the Refund Checks button to refund and void checks. Objective 5. We can use the Find Checks and Closed Checks section of the POS to reprint receipts. By mastering these functions, we will successfully use Toast Retail with the Toast POS. For more information on any of these topics, please visit us at central.toasttab.com.